We're now going to use Bezier handles to smooth a motion path. The basic path is in place, but we can smooth it out a bit. Each keyframe includes Bezier handles that you can adjust to change the angle of the curve. And you'll learn more about those curves in Lesson 7. Let me get this out of the way. So choose 50% from the magnification. Make sure the balloon/balloon AI layer is selected. Then move the current time indicator to a position where we can clearly see the motion path of the composition panel, probably between 4 and 6 somewhere. Click a keyframe point in the composition panel to reveal its Bezier handles if they aren't already shown. So it's talking about clicking here. Drag a handle to change the curve for that keyframe. You can just click and drag a bunch of different ones. Continue until you achieve the path you want. Your final path will be shown on the image on the right. Or, excuse me, it's shown right here. Preview the balloon on the path by moving the current time indicator across the time ruler and make any adjustments you want. So you can see that mine just kind of does some crazy stuff. So everybody's is going to be different. Hide the properties on the balloon panel. The balloon swoops and swirls through the sky and its child layers go with it, but the character is currently static in the balloon. He isn't doing anything. We're now going to animate his arm tugging on the cord to ignite the burner. So go to 308, choose 100% from the magnification ratio so we can see him. You may have to click the little hand thing and drag it up so you can see him. Next, we're going to hold down the Shift key and select the forearm and the upper arm balloon. So, forearm, hold down the Shift keys, upper arm, press R to reveal the rotation for both layers. Click the stopwatch icon next to one of those to create an initial keyframe. Because we had both of those selected, it puts a keyframe at the same place. Go to 317. This is the point at which the character will tug at the cord to ignite the burner. Deselect the layers. Change the rotation property for the forearm layer to -35. And the rotation property for the upper arm to 46. Character tugs the cord down. You may need to deselect the layer so you can see the action clearly in the composition window. Go to 423. Change the rotation property for the forearm layer to -32.8. Click the Add or Remove a Keyframe at the Current Time button to the left of the rotation property for the upper arm layer. So right here, we're going to click that and go to 506. Change the rotation for both layers to 0. Deselect both layers. And then manually preview from 3 to 507 to see the character tug the layer. So you see him pull down right there, and then it goes back up. So you see him yank on that cable, or that cord. Now that we've created initial movements, we can easily repeat them at different times in the timeline. We're going to duplicate the tugging arm and then create corresponding head and eye movements. So select the rotation property for the forearm layer. To select it, and that selects all its keyframes, press Ctrl C, and that will copy the keyframes. Go to 710. At this point is where the character tugs the cord again. Press Ctrl V, and that will paste the keyframes. Repeat 1 through 4 to copy the upper arm rotation. So let's go back to 3. I think it was 309. And we're going to click on the upper arm rotation. Control C. Go to 710. Control V. And that pastes those. Hide the properties for all layers. Select the head layer. Press R to reveal its rotation properties. Go to 308. Click the stopwatch icon to create an initial keyframe. Go to 317. Change the rotation property to minus 10.3. Go to 423. Click the add or remove keyframe at current time to add a current keyframe. So right there. Go to 506. Change the rotation property to 0. Select the rotation property to select all its keyframes. Control C to copy it. Go to 710. Control V to paste. Press R to hide the rotation property. Now the character tilts his head up each time he tugs the cord. We'll also animate the position of his eyes to create a subtle change each time he tilts his head. Select the eyes layer. Press P to reveal position. Go to 308. Click the stopwatch icon to create an initial keyframe. 62 and 55 is the initial value. Go to 317 and change the position value to 62.4 and 53. Go to 423. Create a keyframe at the current value. Go to 506 and change the position value back to the original, which was 62 and 55. Select the position property to select all its keyframes. Copy them. Control C. Go to 710. Control V to paste them. Hide all layer properties, then deselect everything. Choose Fit from the magnification, and then let's go to the beginning and let's preview what we've done by pressing the space bar. You see he comes in, tugs on the cord, his eyes and head tilt and he looks up, and then we're going to go off the screen. So press the space bar to end the animation, and good time to save our work. File and then save.